Welcome to the 30-day challenge of the OnePlus 2. If this is the first video you are watching in this series, be sure to check out my thoughts on the display and the hardware of the OnePlus 2. Links will be in the description. But in this video, I'll be covering the performance of the OnePlus 2 and be answering all of your questions. Miguel Flores wants to know, how's the 820 doing? Is it hashtag Team Snappy approved? Well, considering the OnePlus 2 is rocking the Snapdragon 810 processor and the 820 processor was only just announced by Qualcomm, no, but it's hashtag Team Hypeworthy. Nagraj H, hope I'm saying that right, wants to know in regards to the performance, what is the available free RAM and if there are any overheating issues with the Snapdragon 810 processor. I've actually received a lot of questions asking about the overheating issue of the Snapdragon 810, so I'll be sure to answer that here in a moment. But the RAM usage is definitely better than, say, TouchWiz. After clearing all of my running apps, I had about 2.4 gigabytes of RAM free, and I'm using the 4GB variant of the OnePlus 2. The system itself I found to use about 800 megabytes, and the apps use about 400 megabytes. As for overheating issues, I actually haven't really experienced any overheating issues, which is excellent news. Now, the phone does get pretty warm, especially when performing intensive tasks, like extensive multitasking, like updating apps in the background, and or running like Geekbench 3. It can get fairly warm to the touch, but it's really not too bad. Nothing that will burn you at all. No overheating messages or anything like that, which is, once again, fantastic news. So no, the Snapdragon 810 processor does not overheat on the OnePlus 2. Timo Christ wants to know about the scroll/swipe performance on the OnePlus 2. He has a Galaxy S6 and says it has very poor scroll performance, and that's most noticeable in Google+, Google Play Newsstand, or on the Play Store. So I've been using the OnePlus 2 for about a couple weeks now, and the scrolling performance is actually pretty smooth. I wouldn't say it offers the smoothest experience, but 95% of the time, I haven't experienced any sort of stuttering. All of the stuttering that I experienced was actually due to my data connection and their lack of. When content is loaded, it's really buttery smooth. I haven't really had any problems or any noticeable problems. But I want to give you my rundown on the overall performance. So Geekbench 3 gave the OnePlus 2 a single core score near 1200 and a multi-core score near 4200. So not the best scores we've seen in Geekbench, but certainly towards the top of the pack. Before the OnePlus 2 was official, there were some reports that the OnePlus 2 scored among the highest score in Antutu, so I decided to run Antutu. Antutu gives the OnePlus 2 a score of around 52,000, which isn't the 62,000 plus that some of the media outlets were reporting on, but it's still a very good score. The Snapdragon 810 processor is no joke, even though it has received a lot of criticism over the past several months. Now, most of my usage with the OnePlus 2 has been based off how it runs right out of the box, with little customizations. I wanted to get a really good feel for how it functioned without adding any sort of launchers or terribly obtrusive customizations. With that said, I actually decided against using the shelf home screen, which I will use and review in my next video, so stay tuned for that. But overall, I can navigate the OS in a breeze. There is no stuttering or hiccups throughout the OS that I've experienced. Apps open up quickly, and multitasking is excellent overall. Usually with multitasking on like a heavily skinned version of Android, there is a slight lag or stutter when first opening up an app in the overview multitasking menu. But with the OnePlus 2, there is no lag. Apps just resume running, and they work in the background for you to easily switch back to with little noticeable strain on the processor. It's a very fluid experience overall. The only issue I've found is app-specific. For whatever reason, some apps just do not work well with the OnePlus 2, while others work flawlessly. For example, the Phoenix app, which is my preferred Twitter app, I use it on every device. It would crash consistently every time I would tap on a user in my timeline, but with the most recent OnePlus 2 system update, the problem seems to have disappeared. So this app-specific problem doesn't appear to be a problem, at least right now. In the next few days, I will be back to let you guys know my thoughts on the Oxygen OS software. If you guys want to be featured in next week's video, leave me a comment letting me know what you want to know about the Oxygen OS software, and I'll do my best to answer it in the next video. With that said, thank you for submitting your questions about the processor. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully I answered most of your questions. Links to watch the other two videos in this series will be in the description. You should seriously check it out. Check out the first video of the 30-day series. As always, I'm Beau HD from PhoneDog.com. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see ya right back here in the next one. See ya!